Welcome back to Justice for All with the fucking Big Top case. Sweetie! You have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then where were you when the murder took place?
He was in the ringmaster's room.
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
See, there's the cloak and the... Oh my god.
He could have easily literally have taken Max's cloak and hat that are hung up there to walk out
He
the
said,
door.
where's your coat?
Oh, don't worry, I'll be fine. Yoink.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue.
And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right?
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
Pepper.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means? It means that the ringmaster could...
Excuse me?
Oh. I'm sorry, I thought that was him. I thought that was Max. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phoenix.
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick.
Thanks.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat.
The box.
Yeah, where's his cloak and flowers?
The box. The box has a bottom!
Maybe we'll find out next time. What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Double,
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just getting deeper. Fuck you. I'd like to have that on record, please. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. Let's get it started here.
No! Do not do that or I will whip you!
The court is now back in session.
Good.
Ms. Von Karl, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next... Feckin' hell. Very well. I will now call my next witness. I have now taken to calling all of the witnesses. I do not always do it with every W, but it works out. Every now and then, just a little slip. It's not like my dad who sounded German. I missed. That went far. Where did my tissues go? Is it because it just kind of glided past your eyes? So I was close. But no cigar.
You literally went this close.
Oh, wow. Yeah, keep your glasses up. You don't want the tissues hitting your eyes. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? The stand? Yes. The
Sand.
The sand. It's coarse and rough. It gets everywhere. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand?
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown?
Because he is a terrible clown! You know this! The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
Oh, God.
I have to try and remember how I did the voice.
Aha! Aha! Okay, here we go. I got it now. In West Philadelphia, born with...
Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Do I have the voice or is it a bit off?
Good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how about this? Have you met my
Proctologist. That's the word, by the way.
Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of times were up to no good.
Wait, he started doing the...
What?
He started going off on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air!
Really?
What did he first say? In West Compedia, born and raised?
Oh my god. I didn't notice that because it went by so fast.
He started doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but making it clown-based!
Okay, anyway. Your name.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed this... Your voice is hurting mine. You witnessed the scene about... Oh, for fuck's sake. I am perfectly perfect, you foolish fool. Give me one moment. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct?
Yes, it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into this plaza.
Without the humor, please.
Okay.
Aw, poor Mo. Can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
Thank God.
So, what did you witness?
I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I've been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown that can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for the day. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing?
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
Witness.
Huh?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you, I can't wait!
Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
For as short as we want, please. Let's try again.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
No, that doesn't add up.
It doesn't, but...
No, there's one thing that doesn't add up there. They were a bit far away.
Mm-hmm.
You could clearly see from out that window. We saw. When we were in the Mo's room and we looked out the window when he wasn't there, we could clearly see the crime scene.
Mm.
And we could clearly see that the snow had been messed up.
Mm.
You should have been able to clearly see who was there.
Mm. Anyway.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There is no way this account can be criticized.
Yes, it can. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my sincere smile.
Do you want to have another stab at that word?
Insincere?
There we go.
Sorry.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I can find one. I know that! Mr. Wright, Your Honor? I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it will bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in quite this saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes! Oh, great.
Well, obviously the first two parts
Fine.
are useless.
Yeah, useless.
Why did you look out the window? Simple thing to ask.
You just happened to glance out of the window?
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped.
No! Stick to the face! Mr. Girls!
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press in further on this issue.
Do you remember what he said to us, though, in the investigation? He heard a thump, and that's why he looked?
I'm gonna keep pressing, I'm gonna keep pressing. To my detriment, I'm gonna keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Why?
Yes, why? The letter before Z! Whatever, why?
Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
Please? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Oh yeah! I forgot about that!
You forgot!
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that.
Ah, you!
Jesus, you alright?
Yep, perfectly fine.
You right?
Yep,
You sure right?
yep,
Right?
yep.
Alright?
Go on!
I forgot to mention that then today. Ah!
That's not something you just forget to mention!
Yeah, what she... Ah, you!
Stop!
What she said.
Stop sneezing, Mr. Wright.
I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Girls. So, Please revise your testimony.
Bless you, Your Honor.
This should start turning the tables in our favor.
Well, I guess we better press him on that since that's new.
What was the sound like?
Well, Jesus, stop sneezing! Get a tissue. That's it. Pull it out nice and gently. That's it.
Are you sure that was you, Mr. Wright? That sounded a lot like the little girl next to you.
I'm 18!
Shut up.
Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh! How'd you know I was gonna make a joke? Bless you! Aha! 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 Jokes are funny! Aha!
Oh yeah, sneezing's not fun.
I guess that's, the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. A thump. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
So then, by his own admission, he looked out of the window after hearing a thump.
Which could have been he would have seen after the crime.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. It was he would have seen it after the fact, so he saw two silhouettes, yeah, but one would have been hunched over. And again, he should have seen them clearer than that.
Yeah.
Someone getting hit, huh?
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw? That's... no. I get the feeling he'd make a joke about the silhouettes. And I'm not into that. No. Now we can press it because he's contradicted himself.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random nonsense.
Yes, Hector. Non-sector.
What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner.
I'm not harassing anybody.
You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice
Holy
penalty.
Fuck. That's half of it.
Yes, it is.
Look, this is a bit melodramatic.
So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Of course I do.
Yeah, he's literally admitted he saw it afterward.
I've got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of this? Sorry, that, Mr. Wright. Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. It must be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone!
Goodness me! Are you
Okay, Mr. Right, maybe
Yeah.
use another drink.
Nope, fine. Yeah, sure.
Another drink. Bottoms up.
In 1927, a crack clown unit. I can't ever do these fast ones.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns probably escaped from a maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting C-Team theme to anger this court? The C-Team theme.
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick.
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. Just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
Ah, you're back from your jog?
it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Von Karma! Tampering with witnesses again! So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yeah, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls!
Your Honor,
You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say that you saw the criminal. Correct?
yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
No. It happened in the light.
Well,
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max.
you gotta remember though, if it's under a light, if the light's really bright and it's already dark at night, you can just produce shadows in a sense, like shadow figures.
True, but still. It wasn't that far away.
There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols.
How would you see his empty symbols if it was just a shadow?
Yeah, there's that too.
His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there.
Wow.
What about the roses?
His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should be good. This should finally be good enough. Yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination.
Well, we know exactly what we can present. It's on the part where it refers to the symbols. It neglected to mention the white roses. We had that shoved in our face with fucking Trilo. Yeah, I think we went past it. There we go. So, present. And then the poster, I guess. The poster, yeah, emblazoned with his 3 famous symbols. We never looked at it properly. Yep, there it is. Yeah.
Black either.
Yeah, it's purple, but in darkness it would look black. If he was silhouetted, it would be black.
Why is it shirt? How do his boobs look?
You know why he has to be shirtless, Dragon? It's for eye candy. It's for all the lady fans to be all like, "Oh, Max!"
Yeah, but anyway. Like the boots.
Yes.
So... You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols?
I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right?
Mo? Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
3 symbols.
Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now! Silk, hat, cloak, white roses!
What the?
Who cares if he knew if they were there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie.
3.1 Silence, fool! You ought to respond with the whole truth. No fractions.
Order! Order! Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
But it wasn't. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that were the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the fact of this case? Yes!
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court.
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony? Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless. This.
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling.
Oh shit.
Ruling?
Nick, this is your last chance.
There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance. Just one chance? I will not allow you the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
So we're not allowed to press any statements now.
I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need.
Okay, so you frown, Dragon. What are you thinking?
He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But... Max says he took it off.
Yes. In the ringmaster's place, and then the ringmaster
Ringmaster
would have been
wouldn't-
Harry the Hat if it was him that Trilo saw. Yes.
Exactly. But Trilo says he saw all 3 symbols.
Hmm.
So where did the roses go? And then, whoever clonked him must have put the hat on.
So he wouldn't have been wearing it the whole time. Also, I would suggest looking at the court record.
Well,
Because the hat is a piece of evidence.
I can't.
You just have to press R and just not press X.
You told her how this Max was found at the crime scene. He wasn't wearing it the entire time.
He couldn't have been wearing it the entire time if it was found at the crime scene, yeah. That's why I was kind of saying to you, you need to have a look at the thing again.
Ah, the 20-pound box was a small but strong rock.
Look, I'm sure this stuff will come later, but
Okay.
for now...
There were no errors that night, however, all of the other symbols were there. I'm pretty sure of that, especially the subcat was going to see the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Present.
Yep, present and present the hat, because it was found at the crime scene. He couldn't have been wearing it the whole time if it got left there.
Yeah. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No question in your mind.
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene. That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
No! That's not true!
Order! Mr. Carl!
You made me open the court record, you bitch!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What is not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me and it doesn't matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you.
I know I had to skip over some lines, but I
No,
had
it's
to. It
fine.
went too quick.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Coates. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid.
Pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene?
Curious. What's the matter, Nick?
It's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo,
What do you want?
you just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karmas. Protest is useless.
Ugh.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby.
Don't act like it.
Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
footprints!
That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to hop on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Yes, I do. Yes, we do. A literal picture of the crime scene.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Transformation Station. Woo!
Look at this picture.
Look at this photograph.
No. Not now. I like Nickelback, but not now. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there!
Ay, 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 ay!
So, Mo, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came into court in.
Baby, burn.
Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn.
Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I've said!
Yes, we can and we will.
Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
You wait a second. I think you said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt! I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways! I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear!
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes?
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false!
It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just...
It's just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Carr and her wit told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Order! Order! I will have order!
And the funny thing is that I'm pretty sure her daddy never made that mistake to constantly to have the witness slip up and be like, "Oh, but Von Karma told me to say that." Although some of them did, obviously, against Phoenix, but she's not very good at covering her tracks. She's not perfect.
No. And also, so much just occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
What if he didn't? What if the criminal didn't leave the scene?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The box.
You really are fixated on this box.
Yes, I am! But, yeah, why would it be so heavy for just a little bit of fucking pepper?
Yes, but then I ask you the question of how would someone have smacked him over the head with it and then had time to position him on top of it and not leave footprints?
Again, true, very true, but my brain does weird things. You know it does.
Yeah, let's continue.
Francisco Von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor. If you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you!
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. The truth.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows! everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. When I saw, This is the truth now! Get ready for it! He flew! He jumped up and flew through the air! He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness! That's why there were no footprints! Flying people don't leave footprints!
What was that? You whispered something.
All that's going through my head right now, he was flying through the air with the greatest of ease. A flying young man on a flying trapeze is going through my head.
So what, you think it's the acrobat that we haven't met?
I have no idea at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's going through my head.
Fair enough.
It was what was going through my head when we first saw Max flying around anyway.
Mm-hmm. Fair
He was
enough.
flying through the air with the greatest of ease. A flying young man on a flying trapeze.
But he's...
I know!
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? I think that's what I said.
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
Actually? You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? He's telling the truth.
Whatever you want, it doesn't matter, to be honest. No, they're not going to believe him.
He's telling the truth. He has to be.
Mm-hmm. I suppose if there was rope or wires, he could have flown.
Exactly. He's telling the truth. What he just said now is so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he's telling the truth? That's what I think.
Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic!
Maya, are you stupid? Maya, are you actually stupid?
Yes, I grew up sequestered away in a village. Of course I'm stupid.
Are you actually that dumb? Yikes, you're right. Phoenix, are you that dumb?
Yes.
Ow!
Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream.
My fucking god. He's telling the truth. Ropes, wire. Ropes or wire.
Mm-hmm. But
Are
then,
all of you that stupid?
but then we still come to the question of, if it's not Max, who did it?
The only other one that could do ropes and that's probably the acrobat we haven't met yet. Everybody's got a beef with Max somehow, but it depends on the build of the acrobat that we see. Somebody's got to be the right, height to pass for Max.
Well, even then, if they were shorter than Max, they could just have the rope and just hold them at, like, max height.
But you get what I mean?
Anyway, don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist.
No, it doesn't. But ropes and wires do. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. Because everybody's dumb, apparently.
You imbecile!
If you disregard the need for proof, Miss Von Karma, this case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point.
It is an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries.
Ugh.
I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
So pretty much you need to find out how he flew.
Because he's telling the truth. Ropes or wire.
Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
And that's what it is. It's a performance, Maya.
It's not that simple! I'm not actually flying on stage! I just use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air! Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule! The cardinal rule! The only rule!
I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea! Let's do our best and catch this sucker.
So now you know how they flew. He's telling the truth.
Well, there you go. Anyone who knows the story, obviously, do not say anything because, well, although to be honest, by the time that we post this, you guys, we would have already recorded this entire case, so you guys would be able to literally say if Dragon is wrong or not. So if you know the solution to the case, and you can literally, you know, do a spoilery comment and just be like, oh my god, Dragon, you're completely wrong, or oh my god, you're right. Enjoy that, guys.
Thanks for putting everything on me.
Hey, I'm not allowed to say whether you're right or wrong.
I know, but
I am.
having the beans come at me like that? Thanks.
It's not really. You've impressed some people before by your ability to get the case right so early. App is very impressed by how you're sometimes able to figure out the cases really early.
Like which one?
Well, you had quite a few moments during Rise from the Ashes, for example. That's the one I remember the most, because that was the last big one I edited, that you had loads of moments of, like, theorising during the case. And, like, with more information, you got closer and closer to what the truth was, until you were, like, really close, pretty much. You had it near enough correct when you guessed it. So, your current guess is that the flying was done with wire or rope.
I'd say the invisible wires, because
Okay.
there's no other way that Mo wouldn't have seen. If it was a rope, Mo would have seen it. But so he used invisible wires. Obviously, that's when the hat fell off. When they got yanked up by the invisible wire, that's when the hat fell off. And that explains why Max's cloak disappeared as well.
But then how would they have been hoisted up to all the wires and stuff? And be seen by Trilo walking along? If the only person that walked that way to the plaza was Russell and he was wearing Max's cloak and a hat. Unless they clonked him, quickly put the stuff on.
And then got hoisted up. That's the only thing.
Which then means that there's someone else helping them to do the hoisting, because you can't really hoist yourself up. Unless they climb, but then that wouldn't look very smooth and fly-like.
Unless it's a motor.
It was the monkey! The monkey helped! I know, that's a silly thing. Yeah, you're just like, really? Why are you bringing the fucking monkey into this? No, the monkey had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I know. I know that much at least.
Well, there we go, guys. That is the session in court done. Oh boy. I mean, if they say it politely, it's not too bad. It's like, oh, you're kind of on the right track, but not really.
I get it. Thank you.
We'll see you back out in the field for the next part of investigation. Thank you all for watching this latest addition to our growing collection of varying games and reviews, just videos in general. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Please leave a like and a comment in the comments section down below. We love hearing what you think. If you have any recommendations for either games to play or material to review, let us know in the comments and we'll do our best to get to them when we can.
If you like our content, subscribe to see more. Check out our playlists if you are looking for something new or worried you've missed an episode. Click on the recommended video appearing on the screen if you want to see more of us right now. You won't regret it, we swear. Subscribe to our Patreon to become one of our lovely beans today. However, if that is too expensive for you at this time, please consider a one-off donation on our Ko-fi. Help support T-Wench today.
And with that, Lime out.
Dragon out.
Bye!